he's finished. That's what the media said. That's what some fans believed. That's what his critics celebrated. But Cristiano Ronaldo wasn't done. From the dusty streets of Madeira to the brightest stadiums in the world, this is not just a football story. This is about pain, about power, about obsession. This is the story of a boy who lost everything and built himself into a legend. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro was born in 1985 in Funchal, Madeira, a small island far from the lights of Lisbon or Madrid. He grew up in poverty. His father was a kitman at a local football club. His mother worked as a cook and cleaner. His home? A small tin-roofed house with barely enough space for a bed. But there was something about young Ronaldo. He was skinny, fast, obsessed. He'd dribble with oranges when he didn't have a ball. He'd race kids twice his age. He'd cry, literally cry, if he lost. Football wasn't a game. It was escape. It was identity. It was survival. His teachers called him trouble, but he didn't care. He wasn't dreaming of school. He was dreaming of the Bernabeu. At age 12, he left his family behind and moved alone to mainland Portugal to join Sporting CP. No family, no friends, just football. And for the first time in his life, he cried, because he lost a match, but because he was alone. As he rose through the youth ranks, something darker followed him. His father, José Diniz Aveiro, was a quiet, hard-working man, but he battled a silent enemy, alcoholism. Ronaldo loved his father, but he hated what alcohol did to him. While Cristiano trained, José drank, and by the time Ronaldo signed with Manchester United in 2003, his father was already dying. In 2005, just 2 years into his Premier League dream, Ronaldo got the call. His father had passed away. He didn't get to see his son win a Ballon d'Or, or lift a Champions League trophy, or become a global icon. And that pain, Ronaldo never fully got over it. In a rare interview, he once said, "I don't know my father 100%. He was a drunk person. I never really had a normal conversation with him. That's hard." But that grief, he turned it into fuel. In 2003, an 18-year-old with gelled hair, flashy stepovers, and a skinny frame landed in Manchester. He wasn't the finished product, not even close. But one man saw what others didn't. Sir Alex Ferguson. The Scotsman protected him like a son. He benched him when needed. He shouted when necessary. But most importantly, he believed in him. Ronaldo transformed at Manchester United. He bulked up. He refined his game. The fancy flicks became efficient strikes. He learned to score, to pass, to lead. By 2008, he had won the Premier League, then the Champions League, then the Ballon d'Or. But deep inside, there was always more hunger, always more to prove, and there was only one place that could match that fire: Real Madrid. In 2003, an 18-year-old with gelled hair, flashy stepovers, and a skinny frame landed in Manchester. He wasn't the finished product, not even close. But one man saw what others didn't: Sir Alex Ferguson. The Scotsman protected him like a son. He benched him when needed. He shouted when necessary. But most importantly, he believed in him. Ronaldo transformed at Manchester United. He bulked up. He refined his game. The fancy flicks became efficient strikes. He learned to score, to pass, to lead. By 2008, he had won the Premier League, then the Champions League, then the Ballon d'Or. But deep inside, there was always more hunger, always more to prove, and there was only one place that could match that fire. Real Madrid, the biggest transfer in football history. 2009, 94 million euros. A global media circus. Ronaldo had arrived in Madrid, and he wasn't here to relax. In Spain, the expectations weren't just high, they were impossible. Every week was a war, every goal a statement, every training session a battle with his own limits. In the next 9 years, he scored 450 goals in 438 matches. Think about that. More than a goal per game. But it wasn't just numbers. He lifted 4 Champions League trophies. He became Madrid's all-time top scorer. And yet, it still wasn't enough for everyone. The Spanish media often mocked him, called him arrogant, cold, selfish. But Ronaldo didn't respond with words. He responded with goals, with muscle, with sweat, with fire. Every game, he screamed into the cameras, "See you!" It became a war cry, a brand, a symbol of dominance. No story about Cristiano Ronaldo is complete without mentioning Lionel Messi. They weren't just players, they were opposites. Messi, the quiet genius. Ronaldo, the loud warrior. Messi, natural-born elegance. Ronaldo, forged by obsession. For over a decade, they pushed each other. Ballon d'Or after Ballon d'Or. El Clasico after El Clasico. The world watched, debated, and chose sides. But what they didn't see was how much Ronaldo needed that rivalry. It wasn't hate, it was fuel. Because every time Messi won, Ronaldo trained harder. Every time Messi scored, Ronaldo wanted more. And in that duel, they both rose higher than anyone before them. In 2021, Ronaldo returned to where it all began, Manchester United. The fans welcomed him like a hero. Viva Ronaldo echoed through Old Trafford. He was 36, older, wiser, slower, but still deadly. He scored 24 goals in his first season back. Champions League winners were saved by his last-minute goals. But the club was no longer the same. Management was in chaos. The dressing room was divided. Tactics outdated. Identity lost. Ronaldo spoke up. But instead of listening, they turned on him. He was benched, disrespected, then publicly criticized. And when he finally spoke his truth, in that interview with Piers Morgan, it broke the internet. "I felt betrayed, not only by the coach, but by the club." He accused the management of disrespect, called out the lack of ambition, and just like that, the prodigal son was cast out. In January 2023, Cristiano Ronaldo signed with Al Nassr FC in Saudi Arabia, a move that shocked the football world. Critics laughed. He's chasing money. His career is over. He's running from competition. But Ronaldo, he had different plans. In his first few games, he scored hat tricks. Stadiums were packed. Shirts sold out. And slowly, the narrative changed. He wasn't just playing. He was leading a revolution. Saudi football gained global attention. Major stars followed his footsteps. He didn't leave Europe in shame. He expanded the map. Like he always did, Ronaldo took a risk and turned it into power. Behind the muscles, the goals, the brands, there's a father, a brother, a son who never got to say goodbye. Ronaldo trains harder than anyone, even in his late 30s. Eats like a machine, sleeps like a monk, but he laughs with his kids, posts family photos, supports charities silently. He doesn't ask to be loved, but he demands to be respected. He's not